Hi guys, welcome to a Year with Trees podcast. I'm your host Fatima, a huge lover and learner of trees, and this podcast is my love letter to them. I decided to take up this project because I have so many stories about them that I would love to share with others. So come along with me, let's explore the beautiful world of trees. And while you are at it, I hope you fall in love with them as much as I do. So what are we waiting for? Let's go ahead. There are many trees which I have seen only a couple of times, and some of them are my absolute favorites. But there is one which I have known since childhood, love dearly, and is a constant companion, and yet I never get bored of coming across it. It's a mango tree. Mango trees symbolize home for me. Wherever I have lived so far, there have always been a mango tree nearby, and it's a treat to watch it in leisure times. It's soothing to look at and then full of activity when flowering and fruiting. I also feel attached to this tree because of childhood memories of spending summer vacation in orchard of mango and lychee trees at my maternal grandmother's place, with my sisters and cousins playing under the trees, swinging under its boughs, and picking occasional fruits. It was an old orchard planted 3 generations ago, and the trees didn't fruit so well by the time we grew up. But the orchard and its shade were always a welcome place we all look forward to. That orchard is not there anymore, but the fond memories remain. I'm sure many Indians can relate to this and recall memories of such leisure summer days. And that is why this tree is etched in mind and heart of so many Indians. We all have memories with it. I wrote a short poem a couple of years ago about it, and I think it neatly sums up how I feel about this tree. Here it is. No matter where I live, I see you there in front of a window or balcony, my dear mango tree. When I see you, I feel at ease. Any place feels home, wherever I roam. Your fresh crimson baby leaves, your starry cluster of flowers, your ripe hanging fruits of gold are all sights to behold. Your wise old bole and the plush round canopy, the grace with which you stand brings cheerfulness to any land. You're not just a tree, you're a friend who comforts me just by being in my vicinity. Mangifera indica or mango tree is one of the most common trees in Indian subcontinent, except colder regions of Himalaya. But even after being so common or the fruit of this tree is very special or khas. Mango fruit is famous throughout the world for its distinct aroma and sweet flavor. The color of the typical fruit is called mango, just as the name of the fruit and the tree. Mango has hundreds of cultivars, all with distinct look, flavor, color, and aroma. The wild mango is a tangy small fruit, but thousands of years ago it was domesticated by crossbreeding favorable traits from different species, and so emerged a fruit with soft flesh, non-fibrous and juicy, aromatic and sweet. The mango varieties that I love most are Langra, Malda, a South Indian variety called Malika, and then there was one which I ate years ago, but I still remember it distinctly. It was from the orchards of Ganj, called Gulab Shahada. It had a rosy and green skin, and its aroma was strongly of rose, and super sweet with no fibers. I haven't tasted anything like that since then. Anyway, let's learn about different aspects of this tree and other interesting facts. Mango is an evergreen tree. It does shed its leaves, but not all at once, but drops them periodically as the leaves get older. The fresh leaves are glossy, reddish, or deep purple in hue. As they mature, the color turns to dark green. The leaf scheme of mango is simple. So the single mango leaves are long, a little wavy, and pointy at the tip. The leaves are used medicinally for various purposes and is culturally used as decorations for weddings and festivities. I personally love its canopy full of leaves. It gives cool shade in the understory and is pleasing to look at. In fact, all elements of this tree are pleasing in a way or another. The flowers of this tree Those who have seen a tree laden with small white flowers know how beautiful a tree looks, like a tree covered with a layer of snow. I remember walking back from school and coming across a mango tree whose flowers carpeted the sidewalk, and the air tingled with its sweet fragrance. The flowers attract many pollinating insects and are buzzed during peak flowering months, January and February in South India and March and April in North India. Most of the mango varieties flower once every 2 years or alternate years. During the on years, the tree flowers and fruits profusely, and during the off years, it focuses on vegetative growth of leaves, branches, and wood, and also rests from exhaustive work of producing fruits, and replenishes its energy reserves for the next year's fruiting. And so, once the flowers are pollinated, the fruits begin to appear. Small round green things that mature in a couple of months to roundish or long, bulging or small, green, Indian yellow, reddish, or purple in color depending on the variety. The unripe mangoes are pickled throughout India in a variety of ways, and the tangy pickle or sweet chutney is a delight that most Indians can relate to. The delicious flesh of ripe mango is sweet and aromatic and comes with notes and hints of different flavors rose, lime, apple, and so on. One thing about mango tree is that if you like a mango fruit and decide to plant its seed in your garden, hoping to harvest the same fruit 10 years down the road, it would not give the same fruit with same features. The mango trees are as moody as that of apples, famous for its thousands of varieties, but not dependable to yield same flavor as its parent when planted from seeds. The solution to consistency in trait of both mangoes and apple cultivation is grafting. The stem of a tree with desired traits is attached to the wound of another hardy tree called rootstock. This ensures that the child is clone of its parent and hence same flavor, color, and aroma of the fruit, and also the same traits of the parent tree such as drought resistant or better mechanism against pests. This is how mango or apple cultivators ensure that fruits with same traits are grown in their orchard. The result of all this work is how we get our favorite Malda or Alfonso or any other variety. Interesting, isn't it? Also, those who have enjoyed eating mangoes would be aware of a sticky substance called mango sap in its skin that causes itching and irritation if not washed off hands properly. This irritant is also present in its stems and leaves. Now, the bark of mango tree. It's dark brown and rough in texture. There are visible cracks all along the trunk. And the larger trees with cozy crevices house all sorts of birds in nesting season. My favorite of them all is spotted owlet. Mango tree is mostly straight trunk and may grow to a medium height with spreading canopy. The wood is not commercially useful as it's prone to fungi and diseases, but the older non-fruiting trees from the orchards may be used as timber for various purposes. Not to mention, bark of mango tree is highly medicinal and used for a variety of ailments in traditional medicine. The mango trees love tropical and subtropical zones, which means places near tropics with warm and humid climate. It is naturally found in Indian subcontinent and South Asian countries, but is cultivated around the world with favorable climate for its precious fruits. Now it's time to sum up all the features above and see how we can identify this tree. During flowering months and fruiting season of summer, it's easy to identify this tree. A medium-sized tree laden with cluster of small white flowers or green and Indian yellow colored fruits are great indicators. For other months, the leaf is a great identifier. The long pointy leaves, which are dark in color, or of reddish hue in March April. The leaves are little bent or wavy as they mature, while the fresh leaves are glossy and soft. The trees are common in parks and avenues in cities, and in orchards, roadsides, agricultural, and open fields in rural areas. Well, then, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode about Mangifera indica or mango tree. For this episode, I refer to Trees of Delhi Field Guide, a wonderful book called Mangifera indica by Sapan Joshi, some online articles, and my own observations. Do subscribe to the podcast in app of your choice and share this podcast for the sake of tree love. Also, your reviews are very welcome. Thank you all. Stay tuned.